Okay, real estate test questions so you can pass your real estate exam on the first try. If you're new to the channel, my name's Darren. I'm a licensed real estate and mortgage broker here in Southern California. And so I made this channel to help people just like you pass their real estate exam, do well in their real estate or mortgage career, and just provide real estate education. Let's get studying. Question number 1. An agency relationship should be created by which of the following methods? A. Verbal agreement. B. Express written agreement. C. Implied conduct. D. Silent consent. Correct answer here is B. Expressed written agreement. The safest and most enforceable way to create an agency relationship is with a written agreement that clearly outlines the duties and authority. Question number 2. A real estate agent in a sales transaction is referred to as what type of agent? A. Universal agent. B. General agent. C. Special agent. D. Dual agent. Correct answer here is C. Special agent. I know that probably makes you feel good that you're considered a special agent as a real estate agent. Now, a real estate agent is a special agent because they are hired for a specific transaction, not for all ongoing authority in every matter. Question number 3. A listing agent works for the seller. A buyer's agent works for the buyer. What responsibility does a licensee have to the other agent's party? A. No responsibility. B. Loyalty. C. Obedience. D. Honesty and fairness. Correct answer here is D. Honesty and fairness. Even when not representing the other side, all agents must treat everyone in the transaction honestly and fairly. Now, as much as I love this test question, this just does not happen in the actual profession. So when you start working as a real estate agent, just know that this doesn't always happen. People are not always acting honestly and fairly. So this is a pretty good example of a question that you just get the answer right on the test and you forget about. There's going to be a lot of questions like that. When you start working, you're going to learn that a lot of these test questions don't matter and they don't apply. But you still got to pass the test to get your license so you can start working. Question number 4. Which of the following is the best example of a special agent? A. A property manager. A B. A real estate licensee. A C. Attorney in fact. D. A trustee. Correct answer here is B. Real estate licensees act as special agents, authorized for one specific transaction. Question number 5. An agency relationship can be terminated legally without recourse under which of the following circumstances? A. The principal changes their mind. B. When the listing broker dies. That's pretty morbid. C. The agent relocates offices. D. The property value changes. Correct answer here is B. When the listing broker dies. And so an agency relationship ends automatically if the broker dies, since the broker is actually the party to the contract. Now, this one could be relevant when you start working. So what you need to understand is that when you start working as a real estate agent, your license is actually hung at a brokerage. And so any type of agreements that you get into is actually between the buyer and the broker, or the seller and the broker. And you as an agent are working under that brokerage and under their license. All right, so we're about halfway through the video because I have 10 questions for you. We just finished number 5. So I get this question quite a bit in my emails. Hey Darren, what test prep do you recommend to pass my exam on the first try? So I personally use Calibri. Full disclosure, I have an affiliate link down below. So if you want to get the test material that helped me pass on my first try, you can use the link down below. It has, I believe it does have all 50 states. I also get a lot of questions about how to pass the exam in specific states. I won't speak on that. I will only speak on California because I've only passed the exam in California. So if you want the same material I used, go ahead, use the link down below. All right, let's get back to studying so you can pass on your first try. Question number 6. A relationship between one person, a principal, and another, an agent, wherein the agent is given the right to act on behalf of the principal in a business setting, is usually called A. Fiduciary duty. B. Agency relationship. C, a contract agreement, D, dual representation. Correct answer here is B, agency relationship. And so an agency relationship exists when the principal authorizes the agent to act on their behalf. Question number 7. One who acts or has the power to act for another is termed A, a principal, B, an agent, C, a broker, D, a fiduciary. Correct answer here is B, agent. An agent is just a person that's authorized to act for a principal in dealings with third parties. Now, you might not get this specific simple question, but you will need to understand agency and principal relationships. Question number 8. A month after taking a listing, the listing agent decides that they want to make an offer to purchase the listing. What special agency disclosure is required? A, that the seller is no longer represented and should seek representation. B, no disclosure is necessary. C, that the buyer must pay commission directly. D, that the agent is acting as a dual agent. Correct answer here is A, that the seller is no longer represented and should seek representation. Now, this one's kind of interesting because this type of stuff happens all the time. Agents will buy properties from their potential sellers, but once again, not every agent acts honestly and ethically. So I would personally advise in this situation, yeah, do that. Tell the seller they're no longer represented and they should seek representation because that's the right thing to do. Question number 9. A sales agent is selling their own personal property, the condition of which they misrepresent. The agent is sued and raises the defense that they were not acting as an agent. The probable outcome is the agent will not be held liable. B, the buyer has no recourse. C, the sales agent will be held liable. D, the case will be dismissed. Correct answer is C, the sales agent will be held liable. Even when selling their own property, licensees are held to higher disclosure standards and can be liable for misrepresentation. So you may not get this exact question on the exam, but you need to understand the concept that agents are going to be held to a higher standard when it comes to disclosures and acting in an ethical and professional manner. Question number 10, last question. An agency disclosure is necessary in order to A, notify the state regulator. B, let the client know that the agent represents them. C, ensure commission payment. Yep, definitely want to do that one. D, avoid dual agency. Correct answer here is B, let the client know the agent represents them. Agency disclosures, as mentioned earlier in this video too, clarify whom the agent represents, ensuring transparency for the clients. Get those written contracts, right? Make sure you have those things signed and everyone knows who's representing who. Oh, guess what? Because you stayed this long, because you're studying for your exam, I'm going to reward you. I'm going to give you a gift with an extra question, a bonus question. Question number 11. An agent realizes that one of the houses in their farm area would be a good fit for their buyer. Oh, okay, good, nice. The seller agrees to pay a commission if the buyer makes an offer, but no listing agreement was signed. What kind of agency has been created? A, agency by estoppel. B, agency by necessity. C, agency by ratification. D, universal agency. Correct answer here is C, agency by ratification. When a principal later approves or accepts the actions of an agent without a formal agreement, it is agency by ratification. Okay, that concludes our studying for today. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at darren@realdarrensci.com. All right, I'll see you on the next video.